a year ago, Nat, I thought it was going to take me years to get to this point. So that's the first thing. Now we've been able to do it. The best month was about $175,000. And that's from, like I said, literally less than zero to that point in less than a year. And I attribute a lot of that to what you have taught me and being able to come up on these calls. And what I love most, Nat, I'm in the presence of greatness. I mean, listen, you're the best in the East and the West and better than the rest. I'm so excited to be here with you, and I've never been more excited to give some positive feedback on somebody that's impacted me at such a high level. So thank you for selecting me to be able to give feedback to you, because this is truly an honor.
Oh man, of course. Oh my gosh, how could I not be equally as honored to support you and to be in your life? So thank you so much for the amazing words. Let's start with just go ahead and introduce yourself. What's your name? What do you do? Who do you support? Just a little bit about
Sure.
your background and who you are.
So, yes, I am Deven Rodriguez, and I have a company called podcastguest.io. And what we do is we help a lot of entrepreneurs get booked on the top podcasts in their industry so that they can get the exposure they need to really take their impact and their business to the next level. So, it's an agency. We do it for our clients, get them booked on the show. So, all they got to do is show up. Um, but yeah, that's what we do, Nat. But you know what I realized is so often the results I wanted were not there, and I knew it had to do with my mind. And then that's when I came and sought you out.
Hmm?
So yes, I had the business, but I knew something was missing, and that's when I came knocking on your door.
Sure. Well, that was going to be my next question. What was it that you were struggling with? So you had the business, but what were you struggling with specifically?
Yeah, the one thing in specific that literally would keep me up at night is the question of, can I duplicate my success? I
Mm,
remember last April I had a $22,000 month, which at the time was my biggest month by like 5x.
mhm,
And I was so excited because I thought it was going to be a breakthrough, but then it actually led to a breakdown.
mm,
For the next 4 months, I didn't make a dollar because I had all of these thoughts of, can I do it again? I'm not good enough. I'm not deserving of more. And all of these thoughts of imposter syndrome. And I remember back in January of this year, 2024, I had a really big month. And then I had a lot of those thoughts come back again. And it was just that roller coaster of emotions and results
mhm.
that I just couldn't deal with anymore. And I needed to get to the bottom of it because I wanted to have success sustainably. I didn't want to have a really big month in my business and then boom, crash the next month. So I really wanted to figure out a way that I can just overcome those demons that were in my head, because I don't care what level anybody's at, you're always going to have them. But I wanted to come to you so I can develop a tool set so that when these negative thoughts and voices and whispers come in my mind, I'm able to navigate them and still see not just the same level of success, but greater heights of success. So that's what prompted me to come seek out your wonderful services.
Amazing. So next thing is what are some of those tools that we have implemented, because you have a whole toolbox full of tools now. And it's so normal for business owners to be in this cycle of I had a really great month, but you don't really have the self-trust or self-belief to recreate it again. You see it as luck. And so what are some of the tools that we've developed that have really stood out to you these past several months, or I guess.
Yeah, Nat, the biggest one is definitely getting clear on the thoughts and actions that aligned with the results that I produced. Right.
Mhm.
So whoever's watching this, whenever you have success in business, Nat's going to ask you, what are the thoughts and actions that produce these results? Right.
Yeah.
And to me, that's super important because you can only duplicate success if you know what led to the success in the first place. So
Mm,
I think sometimes in business, I was always so busy and always wanted to get on to the next month or whatever the case may be that I never took stock of the thoughts and the actions that got me there, more specifically the thoughts.
mhm.
So the thing that has definitely made the biggest impact are literally writing down and getting clear on the thoughts that are most supportive of where I want to go. Right. So one of the exercises that you had me do was define a number, $225,000 in a month. What does the $225,000 per month Deven think, and what does he believe?
Mm,
And I remember writing down those list of 42 things because I was reading it this morning. And to me, that's really impactful because I found in my life that if I don't have that compelling vision, then I'm inevitably going to live out of my memory. And my memory is just based on the past and things I've done and behind me, rather than having something that's pulling me towards it. So I think that has been the biggest thing for me, is getting clear on what are the thoughts, behaviors, and beliefs that that future self that I want to step into currently has or has in the future, but then living it in the present moment. Right. So that's been the biggest thing that you've helped me with, is identify the future version of myself, but then stepping into that now so that it's inevitable that I eventually get there. And which we've seen, because a lot of the results that I've had have been things that I've been dreaming about since I was a little child. So it's been incredible.
Amazing. Well, I always like to stress this, and I've even said this so many times, but you're a really good example of that, is you have everything that you need within you. These dreams, these goals, all the different goals that you've had, you have the tools that you need already actually within you. You just maybe don't know how to uncover them. You don't know how to really step into your gifts as powerfully. And so, what I loved about supporting you is that we just uncovered things that you have known about yourself from all along. We have uncovered different levels of self trust that have been within you all along. You just didn't know how to lean into them or to utilize them. We uncovered levels of self belief that you've had glimpses of in the past, but you didn't know how to tap into regularly within your business. And so I have been so just amazed at your implementation of being able to take my guidance to just uncover what's already been within you. So I'm so proud of you. And I've said this a million times, but I'll say it again. This was really just the beginning for you. And it's such a gift to be a part of it. So now, would you be open to sharing, of course, whatever you feel comfortable with? What are some of the results that you've got since working with me? What are some of those big goals that you've hit, that you've had for a really long time? What are some of the results that you've had from our work together?
Yeah. So when I started working with you, we started working together in different capacities, but primarily like on a one-on-one basis. You know, I was at a place where I was really not making much money in my business. So when we first started to work together, period, I was at literally negative $234 in my bank account, like $0. And I was one of those guys, Nat, that I would study all of the time. I would read the books, I would do the courses, buy the coaching, but I wasn't able to see results.
Mm.
And I had what I thought to be all the skill sets, but I didn't have the mindsets. So working with you enabled me to really develop that mindset. And in just 12 months, I took my business from that, well, 10 months, 9 months, 10 months or 9 months,
Yeah.
from negative $234. And now we just crossed like $550,000 in 8 or 9 months, whatever it is, right? Now the lowest, my floor is like 50 or $60,000 at my very worst month. A year ago, Nat, I thought it was going to take me years to get to this point. So that's the first thing. Now we've been able to do it. The best month was about $175,000, and that's from like I said, literally less than zero to that point in less than a year. And I attribute a lot of that to what you have taught me and being able to come up on these calls. And what I love most about your coaching, Nat, and anybody that's watching this, is sometimes it's really lonely as an entrepreneur, and you don't have anybody that you can just open up with and be vulnerable and get support from. And you've definitely been critical in that for me. So that's the first thing, is in terms of my business, I've been actually able to build a multiple 6-figure business. And by the end of the year, it'll be 7-figure. That's the first thing. Second thing is I've been able to buy one of my dream cars, a Lamborghini, brand new 2024. And I'm so excited because as a little kid, that's all that I ever wanted. So the inner child within me right now is so happy. And you were instrumental in helping me make a decision as to whether I should get it or not. You didn't tell me to get it or not, but what I love about how you coach is you get the person that you're coaching to come to their own conclusions through the questions that you ask. So you have not only been able to help me make more money, get into my dream car, but at the end of the day, number three, you've enabled me to become a better thinker. And in terms of business, if anybody that's watching this, you know that the results that you get are the results of your thinking. So you've been able to show me how to become a better thinker so I can get better results in literally every aspect of my life, my finances, my health, my wealth, my relationships. Everything has just gone to a totally different level since I've started working with you. And I don't say that lightly. I genuinely mean that with all of my heart. If you guys want my phone number, just shoot me a message on Instagram at Deven Rod, and I can verify everything that I'm saying right now. Okay, Nat. So you have literally changed my life, and man, to have you in my corner is really one of the biggest blessings ever.
I'm so honored to support you, and it goes both ways in terms of it's such a win for me as well to be able to see you grow and see you just achieve so much. And I do want to just touch on, I know you talked a lot about money goals and the different income shifts that you've made, but I know for you it's about so much more than that.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the money that motivates you. It's not just like the materialistic perspective of getting a Lambo that motivates you. It's so much more than that. So if you don't mind, would you speak on what are some of the like intangible results? I know you kind of said wealth, relationships, health.
Yeah.
What are some of the intangibles in regards to the impact that you've been able to have? Because I know that's the biggest motivator for you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, one of the biggest things that I was really worried about within my business was like, can I, and this was the biggest mindset block that I had was, can I really trust myself?
Mm,
Can I really take it to the next level? Will I be able to handle it? Will I be able to sustain it? So
mhm,
in terms of intangibles, the biggest breakthrough that I've had is being able to look in the mirror and say, I can really trust you that no matter what happens, you will figure it out. Like
mhm,
I've been thinking about this even today all day. Like the thought that just goes through my head is, I will always be able to figure this out.
mhm,
And before I started to work with you, I used to be paralyzed by the fear of what if it doesn't work out? And
mhm,
I think a lot of entrepreneurs, especially as they continue to make more money, when you make more money, what you realize is you have more to lose.
mhm,
So you can start to play defense as opposed to offense. But
mhm,
working with you has shifted the thinking from, well, what if I lose to it's inevitable that I'll win.
mhm,
So what that does to me is I can sleep at night knowing that I have a lot of these tools that we talked about here today. Having you type out all of our notes and send them to me and share them with me. You know, we've been able to have like a treasure set or whatever it's called, like a toolkit
mhm,
of just intangible tools that I can literally reflect back on, go back to, watch the call recordings and implement in my life. And it's just transformed everything for me. So, intangibly speaking, the way that I think, the way that I feel my emotions, the thoughts that I believe are completely different from when we started to work together.
mhm.
And I mean, it blows my mind. I wish I could put more words to it, Nat, but the things that we hold with our hands can only be created with the thoughts that we think.
Mm,
So
mhm,
for me, I mentioned the tangible things because they're a reflection of the thoughts that I began to think once I started to work with you. And
mhm,
for me, it is about impact, right? We've been able to impact so many more people, enroll so many more clients, challenge clients on calls when I know something is really for the betterment of them. All of these things were things that I were never able to do because I had all of these mindset blocks.
mhm,
So for you, it was like a door that had a lock that I couldn't unlock, and you helped me pick the lock and finally have it open forever. So it's been truly life changing. And the best part about it, though, is not only is my life changing because of the work that we've done together, but everybody around me who is in my life, their life is now changed because of the work that we've done together.
mhm,
And that's the best part of it. So
mhm,
I'm just, when we talk about the intangibles,
mhm.
there's so many. I don't even know where to begin, but that's what really comes to mind. I'm serious when I say that, folks. So
Sure.
yeah, I mean, it's a win for everybody. That's something that we always talked about.
Yeah.
Me winning is a win for everybody, and working with you has led to a win for everybody in my life, and I can genuinely say that.
Amazing. Amazing, amazing. That makes me so happy to hear. So, a lot of people are skeptical of mindset work. A lot of people don't really value it. A lot of people don't see how it fits into their success equation. What would you say to those people?
See all of those books behind me? I've read a lot of those books. There's a lot more over on that side. I've done all of the courses. I'm the guy that like read all of the books, did all of the things. I know mindset. I know, like, I could memorize. I memorize quotes. I'm mentored and coached by some of the biggest names of all time in personal development. But if someone is listening to this and they're like, "What is the impact of mindset on my business?" It's literally everything, right? Because I was on that hamster wheel and that roller coaster that just results go up and down, but more so than anything else, working with you, Nat, has brought peace of mind to my life,
Mm,
knowing that I'm here to stay, baby. Like
mm,
you said, this is only the beginning. So if someone is skeptical, I need you to understand that investing in Nat will literally be the best decision you have ever made in your business, because the mindset that you have will only take you as far, or the skill set you have will only take you as far as your mindset can go.
mm,
So working with you, Nat, has been the biggest and best decision that I've made. Not the biggest decision, because quite frankly, there's been other big decisions I've made, but it's been the best decision. So if someone's skeptical right now, probably it comes down to a couple of different things. Number one, they don't know if they should trust you.
mhm.
You, I've been rocking with you for 2+ years now, and I would put my name on any dotted line next to you. Number two, they don't know if they can trust your process. I hope that I'm a reflection of what your process can do,
Mm,
not just materially and what's appeared in my life, but
mm,
more importantly in who I am. You've helped me become a better person through your process. Or
mm,
number three, they're worried about some financial concern,
mm,
right? Here's the reality of the situation. The future self that we want to step into, we're only going to get there if we make different decisions. And
mhm,
if someone's watching this right now and they're contemplating, should I do it? Should I not? Your future self is going to thank you for the decision of hiring Nat.
mm.
Like, I say that 100% certainty, because I don't, Nat, when I say this is not like because I want to make you sound good. You have literally been probably the best decision I've made in terms of coaching in my business.
Yeah.
And without you, I don't know. So listen, if you're skeptical and you're watching this, I don't know what, I really don't know what to tell you, because Nat, you're as real of a deal as they come, and you genuinely care,
Mm,
and you're the most supportive coach that I've personally ever had in my life. Right. So if you're on the fence, please do it, because if you don't, I'm telling you, I'm not going to say you're going to regret it, because you'll never know what it was to be part of Nat's inner circle. But what I can say is, if you do it, it'll be the best decision that you've ever made. Because as an entrepreneur looking to go to the next level, you need a coach that's in your corner, that's going to give you the tool sets and the skill sets to not just implement the ad or the sales call, but to become the person that can operate at that higher level. So just do it, please. Thank me later. Hire Nat. Whatever she's asking you to pay her, she's worth at least 100-fold.
mm. Thank you so much, Devin. You're making me emotional with all of this. And again, it's such an honor to support you. I'm so proud of you. And I will say, just from my perspective, everything that you set your heart on in terms of a goal or an achievement, you accomplish it so very quickly. And it's because you realize that you have to want it, believe you can deserve it, and trust yourself to have it here first.
Yeah.
And then taking the action is the easy part. Doing what's necessary to get there is arguably the easy part, because of your commitment to make sure that everything in here lays a foundation for what you then take action on. That has been so game changing for you. And it's been such a gift to see that unfold. And I can't wait to see where it takes you from here on out. So thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for being such a beautiful example of what's possible for people. And I can't wait to see how you continue to impact the world, because that's
Well,
what to
Nat,
do.
good news is I'm going to pay you a bunch more money so you can continue to coach me. So, I mean, you're not going to get rid of me anytime soon. So,
Perfect. Wasn't planning on it. Thank you so much, Devin. Can't wait to see what you continue to create.
thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.